Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing a review, demo and a first impression on the new NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint Foundation. I'm really excited to try this out. I've seen such good reviews about it and I really wanted to try it out for myself. I do have dry skin, so I was a little bit hesitant in terms of this foundation where it says matte, so I did definitely wanted to try it out for you guys who do have dry skin to show you how it would look, and also tell you some little tips and tricks on how to apply it if you have more dry skin or oily skin, so that will help you out. Being called a skin tint, I was told when I purchased this that it is more of a cross between a BB cream and a foundation. It's not exactly the amount of coverage of a foundation, but it's got a little bit more coverage than a BB cream or a tinted moisturiser. And it does have a matte finish, but it's meant to be more of a natural satin matte, so I did ask about that when purchasing because I do have dry skin, and I was told that it's not going to come off too matte, so you can definitely still wear this if you do have dry skin. This does retail for $68 Australian and $44 US. I think the price is quite reasonable for a higher end product. And I use the shade Medium 1 St. Moritz, and this colour I think is absolutely perfect. It's not too yellow and it's not too warm, so I find the shades from NARS you can definitely get a shade you're after because they do have all sorts of skin tone shades, so they definitely have colours for more fairer skin tones and more darker skin tones too, so I did find that this colour perfectly matched my skin, so I was really happy with that. This product does come in 12 different shades, so I think that's amazing for so many different skin tones, so everyone should be able to find a colour in this one. I do find NARS has definitely been expanding their colour range with all of their face products, so that's a really good thing as well. So at first I was a little bit hesitant in buying this one because I'm usually all about the glow and the dewy finish for having drier skin, but I definitely wanted to still try it out, so I thought I would do a review and a first impression on this one for you guys. So some information about this product: it does contain SPF 30, so that's really good for protecting your skin in the sun. And it does say directions for use: blend onto skin following daily skincare routine for a sheer, natural looking soft matte finish. So this is meant to be quite a sheer to medium coverage skin tint, so if you're looking for something more full coverage, this probably won't be for you. I would recommend this for more of a natural everyday wear. Because this is more of a lightweight formula, you could definitely mix this with other foundations to get the correct colour that you're after or a little bit more coverage, so I definitely like that you can do that with this product. And in this product you do get 1.7 ounce fluid, so that's a little bit more than you would get regularly with other foundations and tinted moisturisers. You usually get 1.5, so there's a little bit extra product in this one which I find is really good. I do love the packaging of this. It is just so travel friendly. It's really easy to use. The lid just pops off and it's got a little tube up the top that you can squeeze out how much product, so I find that's really convenient for not using too much product at a time. Usually with liquid foundation bottles that don't have a pump, you can find that you pour out too much product, but having a little precise applicator like this, you can definitely squeeze out how much product you need and then you'll be good to go. So I've just got up some of the information from the NARS website, and it does say that this is an all-in-one skin tint. It blurs with skincare benefits, is oil-free and all-day wear, so technically it should last on your skin all day, so I am going to test that out. I'm going to apply the foundation in the morning and I'm going to do some errands and just some things around the house I need to do, and then come back later and see how it's worn on my skin, so we'll definitely find out if that is an all-day lasting foundation like it says. It says you get instant results. It imparts a soft focused effect, instantly helping to diffuse imperfection with a soft touch feel, so that sounds amazing. Who doesn't want a really soft, natural looking effect to their skin? And this product does say it has the innovation of a velvet illusion complex, which transforms the look of the skin immediately and over time, so definitely excited to see if that does happen or not. It also states that rose extracts visually minimise the appearance of pores whilst controlling shine, so that's always a good thing. If any sort of foundation or tinted moisturiser can minimise the look of your pores, that's always a winner in my book by far. So I'm just going to show you how to apply this product using both a beauty blender and a brush, and just tell you a little bit about the product and what I like and don't like about it. So now I'm going to show you a quick demo and review of this product, so if you'd like to see my thoughts on the new NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint, then please keep watching. I'm going to start by applying the Too Faced Hangover X Primer all over my skin. This is a very moisturising and hydrating primer, so if you're someone who has dry skin like myself, then Definitely I would recommend using a more hydrating and nourishing primer, especially if you're going to use more of a matte finish foundation. That'll definitely help not to dry out your skin, and you'll still get a really nice smooth finish. So now for the NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint. I am using shade St. Moritz Medium 1, and I am going to test this out using a beauty blender on one side of my face and a brush on the other, just so you can see the difference in application and whether this foundation blends out better using a beauty blender or a brush. I'm going to dampen my beauty blender with some Fix Plus and start blending that into the skin. I do like to use more pouncing motions with a beauty blender. I just find it blends a lot nicer into the skin rather than blending it around too much in circles, because that can remove the product. So far this is looking really easy to blend out on the skin. I'm not finding any kind of patchiness or anything. Definitely do find this to be more of a medium coverage. It is covering quite well on the skin, but I think I could build it up a little bit more if I was wanting more of a fuller coverage finish. So that is the first side blended with a beauty blender, and I still find it's giving me quite a nice dewy look to the skin. It's not looking too matte or too dry just yet, but we'll wait and see until it sets, and then we'll be able to tell a little bit better. So I am using just 1 to 2 drops per side of my face, and I'm finding that's giving me quite good coverage using the beauty blender first. So now I'm going to try it out with a brush on the other side. And I'm taking this Morphe M439 to blend out this foundation on the other side of the face. Similar to the beauty blender, I like to really press it into the skin, more so than blend in circular motions. I just find that the product sits a lot better on the skin and it doesn't start to blend away, or you don't miss any areas on the skin as well. I am finding it's a little bit more drier on this side of the skin, so if you do have dry skin like myself, I would recommend probably using the beauty blender. You can just see that that's a lot more dewy looking, and this side is a little bit more flat and matte. So if you do have more oilier skin, I'd probably say using a brush would be a lot better with this product. On first impression, I have to say I'm pretty happy with the coverage of this one. I didn't have too much trouble with blending. I didn't find that it was sticking to the skin too much or anything like that. So in terms of the finish, I'm pretty happy at the moment. Like I said, I'll wait and see until it sets for a little bit, and then I'll be able to come back and say how I like it even more. But yeah, I'm really happy with the colour, and I'm really happy with the finish of it so far. So I'm just going to apply some concealer now, and I'm going to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Just going to apply that under the eyes. Just around the nose, and also a little bit on the chin, where I tend to get a bit of redness. And just around the corners of the mouth as well. I'm just going to use my beauty blender to blend all that out. I do find that this concealer is blending really nicely on top of the foundation. I don't find that it's sticking in any places, and it's not looking too dry. I'm just going to set that concealer with some of the Mercier translucent powder. I'm going to apply some of that under the eyes and all the areas I concealed with a Morphe G8 brush. I'm just going to set down the center of the face. This is the area that tends to get a little bit more shiny. So far I'm really liking how this foundation is looking on my skin. It does feel very lightweight. I don't feel like I've got a lot of product on the skin, and it did cover pretty much all of my redness and blemishes really nicely. I didn't have to build it up too heavy, so I thought that was really good, which means I'm not using too much product at a time, which is always a bonus. So I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup and come back and show you how it looks. So I finished all my makeup and I am definitely in love with this so far. I really like the amount of coverage I got. It was more of a medium, so I didn't want anything too full, but this one is definitely really beautiful to give such a soft, natural look to the skin. I would definitely wear this on more of an everyday basis. I think it's perfect for an everyday natural looking foundation slash tinted moisturizer, and I just really love the way it sits on the skin. I didn't have any issues with the application of this using a beauty blender or a brush. I do definitely think a beauty blender would work better for those of you who have dry skin like myself. I just found it blended into the skin a lot more easier and just gave a little bit more of a dewy finish to it. And then on this side I used the brush, so it is a little bit more matte, but I don't think it's overly matte that it's making my skin look too dry. So I'm definitely happy with the way it looks so far. I am going to wear this throughout the day while I'm doing some errands, and I might go down to the shops and do a few things, so I will come back towards the end of the day and see how this product has worn on my skin and let you guys know what I think about it. All the face products I applied blended really easily over the top, so I was really happy about that. Using any creams I think would definitely blend super easy. I did use powders and I didn't find that there was any patchiness or anything like that, so really happy about that as well. I also didn't find that this dried too fast on my skin, so I was able to blend it out quite easily with both the beauty blender and the brush, so that's always a plus as well, because there's nothing worse than putting the foundation on your face and you're trying to blend it in and it's just sticking and you just end up with patches everywhere and it just doesn't look nice at all. So I was really impressed that this was super easy to blend on my skin. So I've had this on for about 5 or 6 hours and I'm definitely impressed with the wear of it. I will say it does last all day like it does state, so that's a good thing. I will say it has left my nose area around the corners of my mouth a little bit dry, and I do usually start to get the little laugh lines, but that hasn't really prevented it with this one either. But that's pretty much what usually happens, so I'm not too worried about that. It has definitely dried up a little bit around my nose and in the center of my forehead. I can see it starting to come away a little bit. So if you are wanting something to last all day and all night, you'd probably want something a little bit more fuller coverage. But all in all, I'm definitely impressed with this NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint. I honestly didn't think I was going to like it so much because it does say it has a matte finish. But I do agree that it's definitely more of a satin matte finish, so it's not drying whatsoever on my skin. It feels really comfortable to wear. It doesn't feel heavy or cakey or anything. So first impressions of this, I'm absolutely in love with it and I'm definitely going to keep wearing it, and hopefully I just keep liking it more. In terms of it oxidizing on the skin, I haven't found that it's changed color too much on my skin, so that's a really good thing. There's nothing worse than having a big line around your neck because your foundation has gotten darker throughout the day on your face and it no longer matches anymore. So definitely didn't find that with this one here. So if you've been wanting to try the new NARS Matte Velvet Skin Tint, I would definitely recommend go out and try it. I would recommend this for both dry and oily skin types. I would definitely just use a beauty blender if you have dry skin that's nice and damp, and if you've got oily skin you could use a brush with this one. So that would be my recommendation, and also to set your skin, because if you've got oily skin you usually have to set your whole face with powder so it doesn't get oily, but I didn't find I needed to set too many areas on my face because I do have dry skin. But overall I'm really impressed with the way that this foundation looks, and I'm definitely going to keep using it for more of a natural everyday wear. So that was my review, demo and first impression of the NARS Matte Velvet Skin Tint. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel before you leave, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!